I'm CheriAnn, like they just said, and I'm fat. But I'm not as fat. I'm not as fat as I was. But after losing over 75 pounds, those of us who are fat and losing weight, there aren't any words to describe us. So I came up with the word semi-fat. You know, like semicolon, almost a colon, or semi-sweet. It's kind of bittersweet. Or semi-tractor trailer. So I found out also that you can't choose where you lose. So I lost all mine in my face, my arms, and my legs. Now I look like a tick. Or maybe a model for a speed bump. You know, I was shopping for clothes the other day, and a woman came up to me and she said, "When's your baby due?" And I know, rude, right? I said, "Never. It's a perpetual pregnancy, Mom." I look like I walked into a liposuction clinic and said, "Take the arms and legs and leave everything else." I was sitting at my Overeaters Anonymous meeting the other day, and I was thinking, you know, those alcoholics, they really have it made. They get donuts and coffee after their meeting. I mean, we could go out drinking after ours, but then we'd just be fat alcoholics. Well, semi-fat. Anyway, so my husband, you know what? Those, the challenges on TV, you know, Survivor and The Great Race, The Bachelorette. Well, I decided, since I lost all this weight, that I needed to take a challenge. So I decided to take the activia challenge. Y'all know what that is? Well, for those of you who don't, Jamie Lee Curtis gets on the commercial and tells you that if you eat activia for 2 weeks, that everything will come out all right. Unintended. Well, and if you don't, if it doesn't come out all right, you get your money back. So I thought, I can't lose. I mean, you know, I win either way. Well, let's just say I lost the challenge. So I gathered up all my empties and my receipt, and I took them back to the store, the grocery store, and the lady behind the counter, and I said, "Okay, I need a refund. This didn't work." And she said, "Well, what didn't work about it?" Well, about that time, I'm thinking, maybe this wasn't a good idea. I didn't think this through very well, did I? I said, "Well, it says on the thing, if you eat it for 2 weeks and everything, you know, you don't go poop, that you can get your money back, full refund. That's why I'm here, it's full refund." And she says, "Well, I still don't understand. What didn't work about it?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And I'm thinking, you know, those Activia people, they knew what they were doing when they did this commercial, because they knew nobody was going to show up and tell somebody they couldn't take a dump, right? Except for me. So I looked at her, and I looked behind me, and there was this line, and I mean, it was all backed up. Pardon the pun. Well, I said to her, "Okay, you asked for it." I said, "I'm all stocked up. I can't take a shit." Well, you know, that line left. And that woman gave me back every last cent. So my husband, he thinks I'm angry all the time. And while I'm pissed off about a few things, that doesn't mean he's right. I mean, for instance, I am so pissed off at stink bugs. Do y'all know what those are? You have those?
Yeah.
Well, I have a stink bug stalker. He is everywhere I go to put my hands. He's on the door handle, the steering wheel, the remote control. I swear he's just trying to make me slushy so they would stink up my house. Well, this morning, I was taking my shower, and I'm all lathered up. Oh, yeah. And I look through the suds, and there he is, looking down at me. And I mean looking at me, and I said, "You little pervert." He says, "Man, she's got skinny arms and legs like me." I said, "Well, you son of a..." Well, you ain't so bad yourself. Then my husband walks in. Story of my life. Hey, y'all know what you get if you cross a cicada, you know, the noisy things, and a stinkbug? You get a very loud, obnoxious creature that smells bad, just like my husband. Well, another thing I'm just talking about, I mean, it just bites my butt, is the doc mafia. Y'all know what I'm talking about? You start going to the doctor and you never get out. Ever. So, I recently had to have a visit. I had to have a procedure on my back. It's a shot. And I didn't get shot in the back, okay? It's a needle shot, okay? But anyway, I had to call up and make my appointment. The lady says, "Okay, well, you need to fill out your paperwork at home." Okay, no problem. So I go on there, print out my papers. Well, 10 trees and 300 pages, and 2 hours later, I finally got done. And you know what really pisses me off is they never read this shit. They always ask you the same questions when you get in there. Am I right? Well, so I go to my appointment, and of course we go through the whole thing. The first thing that happens, though, I'm confronted by the pee Nazi. This woman comes out of nowhere with her little pee cup and says, "I need you to pee in this." And I said, "Well, the problem with that idea is you all told me not to drink anything like hours before I came, so I don't have anything to give." And she says, "Well, I can sell you a bottle of water for $5. Oh, now I get it. It's a conspiracy. I know all about that. So I says to her, I go in, I try. Well, just between you and me, I have pea cup fright. So, you know, I can have to pee a river, and I can put that down there to make the catch, and I'm all dried up. Not a drop. Nothing. So I squeezed out a couple of dribbles. I thought she'd be happy. I give her the cup. Oh, no. "This isn't good enough. You have to fill it up to here." Oh, well, about that time they came and got me for my procedure, which now, all of a sudden, I feel like I'm George Jetson. Y'all know who he is on the little conveyor belt at the beginning of the thing? Okay, so they slap me on the table, jab a shot in me, tell me, "Now this is going to make your legs feel a little funny." Yeah, if feeling like your legs are going to explode is funny. So then I get up and I'm all wobbly, and they're like, "Okay, go on to recovery." It's like, put me back on the conveyor belt, and off I go, and all of a sudden the pea Nazi jumps out shaking her little cup like a homeless person. Then I go to recovery, which is really just another word for, we're going to sell you a bunch of shit while you're still deer in the headlights from your procedure. So I'm sitting there, and the woman is like, "Okay, we got your back brace, your TINS unit, your kitchen sink, we got your boomerang, we're going to do your taxes, and some cream for the pain." I said, "Cream for the pain? I thought this was supposed to get rid of the pain." She said, "Oh, this is special cream. It comes from Beverly Hills, a mixing lab in Beverly Hills." I said, "Okay, well, at $800 an ounce, it better get rid of all my pain, fix my whole body, not just my back, give me all kinds of energy, and make me feel young again." Of course, if it's going to do all that, they better send me a 20-something boy toy, because my husband's not going to be able to keep up with me. So, and here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. You know, the mixing lab in Beverly Hills, well, they also make fertility cream. So I think I'm going to have me a lawsuit on my hands. Yeah, buddy. Well, here's another thing that pisses me off, and if any of y'all drive and get your own gas, I know you're late, it's 20 questions at the pump. So you get out of your car, right? You go around, and the pump, it's already beep! It's already beeping, asking you if you want debit or credit. Well, credit. Okay. Beep! Do you have a store card? No. Beep! Do you want a car wash? No. Beep! How about now? No! And then it says, have you ever been a member of the communist party? I said, just give me my gas. Well, and then it says, beep, are you taking anything for this? Are you taking your medication? Have you seen anybody for this anger issue? Oh, you better just give me my gas. Beep, have you had sex in the last 6 months? Beep, would you like a copy of your credit report? Beep! And I'm like, give me my doggone gas! Just give me my beep! And then it says, beep! You'll have to come inside. So I'm sitting in my therapist's office. And we're talking about, and she says, so, what? Okay, so sorry for the interruption. It's like texting or something. Anyway, so my therapist tells me the good news is you're not a paranoid schizophrenic. The bad news is you have voices in your head. Well, tell me something I don't know. What? Anyway, so she says, but I was kind of confused when I left because she said, now next week I'd like to see one of your altars. And I said, okay. And then, but here, this is awesome. You know when Bluetooth came out with the headsets, where you could talk down them? Well, I can go out in public and talk to the voices all I want, and nobody knows that I'm not talking on the phone. Don't you wonder how many people really are doing that? Except for when you forget to put the headset on. Yeah, I get some really weird looks because I get loud sometimes. Ooh. Anyway, so the other thing is the Bluetooth in the car, same thing, only you're at the stoplight, and you can just be cussing out the voices. But, you're on your Bluetooth. But, I'm really glad that Bluetooth came out in the car. Because now I can drive, I can talk on the phone, and put my makeup on all at the same time. I can to drive. I thought I had a way to shut them up. I put duct tape on all their little mouths. But obviously, they've taken it off. Yeah. Well, anyway, so I'm talking to my therapist about a plant. And we're just talking about house plants. And I said, well, I have a plant. And, I think I have a love-hate relationship with it. Because sometimes I water it, and sometimes I don't water it for a really long time. I wait till it gets I'll be like, oh, it needs water. Oh, wait, one more day, just one more day. And then my therapist asked me, well, where did you get this plant? I said, well, at my mom's funeral. Oh my God, the plant is my mom. Oh my God. And so I'm like, wow, what power I have now. Oh, yes. And then I'm like walking by it later that day and it says, give me some water. And I'm like, no, come here, you little shithead, give me some water. And I'm like, oh, really? Well, you can just wait till tomorrow now. It says, no, I'm dying. Give me some water. Please, I won't call you shithead anymore. Well, okay. Hurry up, shithead. Oh, well, that's another week for you there. So I just have one more thing to leave you with. My daughter got a tattoo. And I thought, that's an awesome idea. I'm going to get me a tattoo. Actually, I'm going to get two of them. I'm going to put one under this arm and one under this arm, and they're going to be lips. So that when I get old and all saggy, wrinkly, I can ride in a convertible and raise my arms up and they'll go, blah, blah, blah,